I had a bit of a revelation today when I was just practicing my petanque and throwing a few ball around, doing my Pomodoro technique, specifically a drill that I was working on. And something hit me. I wasn't quite doing things how I wanted them. And I thought back and I thought, okay, I've watched lots of footage of myself in particular shots. I've watched lots of footage of myself from the side, from the front, from behind, from this side. And something wasn't quite clicking. And then I remembered something from many, many years ago, shadow boxing, where Muhammad Ali and other boxers would spend hours and hours and hours of shadow boxing to hone their technique, to make sure that they embedded the jab that they were pushing, whether it was a straight punch, whatever the case may be. I thought, can I do something like this with petanque? I haven't got a great big mirror here in my place that I'm staying in France, but I do have very big patio doors. Those patio doors give a great reflection when the weather is good. So what I did was stood in front of said patio doors and kept doing my particular routine, just optimizing with ball in hand, without ball, whatever the case may be. And I suddenly realized there was these tiny little adjustments to my throw that I wasn't actually doing. Now, what I was doing is repeating exactly as if I was in a game, as if I was doing an actual shot exactly how I should. And I found that seeing myself, my own reflection of myself, added an extra nuance because this was real time. My eyes were looking at myself as if it was the target ball. And once I'd realized this, I thought, okay, I need to adjust a few things. All of these years of doing this, I missed the tiniest little thing. And once I'd adjusted that tiny little aspect of my shooting, suddenly things started to happen. Now, is it a miracle? I don't know. But did it work for today? It certainly did. Will it work for the future? I don't know. But if I continue to work on it, if I continue to make these tiny little micro adjustments, and if I continue to be very conscious of exactly how things feel, then I should be able to implement and get better and better and better. And my game, in theory, should then improve equally. So work on that yourself. Maybe you've got a big full-length mirror. Maybe you've got patio doors that you can do. Maybe you've got a big shadow where you can see yourself actually playing and coming through and releasing. And you can say, okay, I'm doing that rather than that, or that. And you see yourself and you're going, but I never realized it's just that little tiny release at the end. You only get this through real slow motion footage of either game footage or concentrated footage of you practicing. But it's got to be purposeful practice. It can't be just chucking a ball. You have to have a specific outcome of what you're trying to achieve and try and do that. For me today, I spent, I think it was 25 minutes, 30 minutes, just in front of those patio doors, just throwing ball after ball after ball without a single ball in my hand. And then sometimes I didn't want to let go of the ball because they would go crashing through the window. So I just kept repeating the same action again and again. But I had the other ball in my hand. I made myself as if I was actually going to shoot, but then I just dropped it back into the other hand and took the shot on. Try this little technique. See if it works for you. Let me know in the comments.